Can AFC Bournemouth do our old gaffer Eddie Howe a huge favour at the weekend by beating Chelsea? Look, our record at Stamford Bridge is pretty good. We've won there, not once, not twice, but thrice. Can we do it again? Look, it's not quite our playground, but I've got a feeling this weekend, Bournemouth with nothing to lose. Yes, I know Chelsea's form is good, but I've got a feeling they can get a result. And look, this is a big game for us. It's basically a £10 million game. We can finish as high as 10th or as low as 13th. I'm sure Iraola will be pulling out the stops to get a result for the Cherries at Stamford Bridge. And guess what? It's live on the TV as well. Welcome to the big match preview. This is Back of the Net. My name's Sam Davis.
My name's Tom Jordan.
Tom, It's been a long season, but we're finally there. But what a season it's been. We're going to want to finish strongly, right?
I like to think so, mate. And as you said, nothing to lose, so we'll have a go at them. We've had a few big wins at Stamford Bridge, and probably every time we did, I would have taken the draw every single time. So yeah, we've overachieved there a few times. Not a great time to be playing Chelsea, as we'll get on to. They're in a really good vein of form, but you never know with us. We've surprised a few teams this season. I think we'll keep playing well, and we'll certainly have a go. We do that when the pressure's on, so never mind when it's off. And if we can help Eddie, I'm all for it, mate. I'm all for it. But yeah, as you say, there's a few places up for grabs. I think the least likely is probably 13th, and that's no disrespect to Wolves, but their last game is away at Klopp's last ever game at Anfield. So I'd be very surprised if Wolves won. A draw wouldn't be enough. So, but wouldn't shock me if Palace and Villa always let us down. So it wouldn't shock me if Palace beat them. And then Brighton have got United, so you never know. Who knows, mate? But I think I'm looking forward to an exciting one. Good atmosphere. Bit of sunshine, hopefully. I'm just going to enjoy it last game, mate.
So not a good time to be playing Chelsea, and also not a good time for us to be putting together a montage of the last time we played them, which was the reverse fixture at Dean Court, our only 0-0 this season. You might want to fast forward this bit. What a strike! Oh my God!
Sit down, shut up! Sit down, shut up!
Yo! Jesus, what a save! What a save! The keeper's fucking foot! He can't stand the tension, can he? He's got to go. He can't stand the tension. That was boring. 0-0. Although, didn't we have a penalty shout at the end or something?
Yeah, we did. And I actually remember, surprisingly, because neither I would have thought will play at the weekend, I remember Robert Sanchez was in goal for them, and I thought he played well. And Neto had a really good game for us, probably one of his better games, hence the 0-0. But both keepers are not the keepers at the moment for either side, which is interesting. It was a weird one. They weren't right, were they, Chelsea? And they probably at that point, when any point on the road would do. And we were kind of similar where we're going. We're still playing Chelsea, and still a decent point. So I don't think either team was that hurt at the time. I think both teams weren't in a great place, and they completely changed. It's amazing, isn't it, now, where we do the reverse fixture and both fan bases are at a completely different space. So, yeah, expecting goals in this one. It won't be another 0-0. I'll take it.
Last time at Stamford Bridge, can you remember what happened? I can.
Oh, we're crap.
It was December 2022, 2-0, two first half goals.
Christmas time, yeah.
Yeah, Kai Havertz and Mason Mount. I think it was in between Christmas and New Year.
I think it was after the break.
Yeah,
the break. And I think it may have been, I might be wrong, O'Neill's first game as permanent manager.
Yeah, it was.
We were absolutely hopeless in the first half, and I think we huffed and puffed in the second, didn't we? But it was a pretty dull one. But yeah, the two goal scorers are no longer at that club.
And who was Chelsea manager at that time?
Oh God, was it Lamps?
I think it was Potter.
Oh yeah, it might have been Potter. Yeah, you're right. And Lamps beat us at our place.
But look, things have changed for Chelsea in his first full season in charge. Maurizio Pochettino, well, he started slow, and at one point I thought he was going to go. Look at that. I'm even rhyming what I say on this podcast. But look, the league table says that they have improved dramatically. And I tell you what, we were looking at Chelsea as like, You know, can we get past them? We were ahead of them at one point. We were on level
Quite
points,
recently, yeah.
but their recent form has been phenomenal. And it's fair to say he's turned them around and he's got them playing. And there are certain players that stand out. But look at that, mate. 6th in the league, and out of nowhere, they're probably going to get Europe.
Yeah, I mean, I would have thought so. But yeah, as you say, it's mad to think that, I know it's not going to happen because Tottenham have got the freebie of playing Sheffield United on the last day, but Tottenham have had, which I think is fair, a really impressive season under Ange Postecoglou, done really well, better than a lot expected. Chelsea have apparently been a laughing stock. Chelsea can still technically finish above Tottenham, which is absolutely crazy. Got a better goal difference and they're only 3 points behind. I mean, they won't because, like I say, Tottenham got Sheffield United, but the fact that they're 3 points behind when one team has apparently had a shocking season and the other team's had a really good one just shows their turnaround in form. And I think it was always going to happen. They were always going to get better because they got a young group, new group, new gaffer. So they're always probably going to get better. But they have, I mean, their form recently is only the big boys that are above them. And yeah, some of the players that may be flattered to see at the start are starting to come to the fruition a little bit. And I think there'll be one that it wouldn't shock me if a lot of people think they could kick on next season with the right signings and getting some deadwood out as well.
Yeah, so you mentioned the form and there you can see it. They are currently 3rd. This is using the last 10 games as a metric. Bournemouth are currently 8th, so we're still top 10. Can we finish top 10? Who knows? As you can see, we are at the QP. And can we just say thank you to everyone who turned up for the fans' end of season party after the Brentford game. It was superb. The weather was good. The barbecue was on the go. Live music. The beers were being poured. And it was a great afternoon, wasn't it? Really good afternoon. Yeah,
it was a really nice vibe out there, wasn't it? I mean, considering we lost the game as well, it just showed how good a season we've had. But yeah, it was nice to see some familiar faces and some new faces as well. And it was, like you say, in the sunshine and everyone was in really good spirits. It was a nice way to end the season, mate. Yeah, it was really, really good. God knows what time I got in the end, but it was lovely. And to be fair, we had football the next day and I still scored a few, didn't I?
You did.
So, you know, and no hangovers. I'm still young.
Of course you are. And can we just say, we're really sorry. We're really sorry that we scored the first goal of the game, Bournemouth's first goal, on 89 minutes. And out of all the people on X, on Facebook, on the YouTube comments that made their prediction of the first minute of the first Cherries goal, 0 people got it right.
No one.
So look, we're going to simplify it for this week. And you know what we're going to do?
We don't normally do away games. So,
no, we don't. This is a bonus. So we're rolling it over. Joe at the QP was kind enough to say, look, Sam, roll it over. But look, let's make it easier for them. I said, Joe, make it easier for them. He said, yeah, just predict the scoreline. That's all you need to do for this. Now, for this, I'm sure there are going to be more than one person that gets it. There's going to be.
Yeah.
So what we'll do is we'll put them all in a hat. We'll do a spinny wheel thing. We'll press the button and then we'll pick one because the winner will get a roast dinner for 4 plus drink at the QP. How do you like them apples? And look, if you just want to come for a roast anyway, at the bottom of the screen, you can see the numbers of what you can call to book.
Yeah.
Season ticket holders get £1 off.
Me?
Yeah. How's about those apples? And by the way, as we're talking QP, I've got a little cheeky thing here.
Is that Bank Holiday weekend?
Check this out. Check this out. So this is happening at the QP on May the 25th at 3 p.m. Live music. It's a bank holiday weekend, mate. Absolute superb. A night of classic rock and blues like Americana music, Kiss, The Who, Steppenwolf, ZZ Top, David Bowie, The Doors, Deep Purple. If that's your thing, then head to the QP because honestly, it's going to be a blast. Plus, we're going to give you some information of what Euro games are going to be covered at the QP, and I'm sure we'll be here too as well. Make this the home of the Euros for AFC Bournemouth fans. Right, if you are brand new here, there are a couple of things you can do, right, Thomas?
Yeah, you're going to have to click that like button if you like it. We really appreciate that. There's, we've had with the away day shows, got a few more to come out. With a few other shows, we've got a few more in, so really appreciate that. With the subscriptions as well, so you just got to click that big fat red button and then you subscribe. And then if you click the bell, you know when all the videos are out. So yeah, get on it.
Yeah, absolutely. And look, there's plenty of content on the way if you're a Chelsea fan, not least at full time, where we're going to get an overall reaction of the game and I suppose of the season as for an AFC Bournemouth perspective, but also we're going to be talking about your club as well and whether you've impressed because look, Your team wants 6th place, right? Will you get it? We're going to be talking about you. We'll be talking about you, of course, on our second look, which will be coming out probably on the Tuesday, I would assume, because on the Monday, we got a match day vlog, Tom.
Of course. And then, and then later on, you'll be able to see our away day show. They'll be the last ones, and then we can form the league table as a whole. So see how Chelsea get on, mate. And looking forward to it. It's not bad last day of the season, is it? Chelsea away. Should be all right. Don't think there'll be too many Arsenal fans around and celebrating anyway, because that could have been chaos in London. But looking forward to London the last time. We've done it before. I think we don't remember doing it at Palace. There's always a good atmosphere in London on the last day. So look forward to it, mate.
Is that going to be a 5-3 game as well then? Are you saying Chelsea? Could it be the same as what
Take that if we score 3.
Who knows? So then, what has happened to Chelsea? Because I thought the wheels were falling off, and then all of a sudden it's just clicked, didn't it? They had a mixed start to the season. After his first 20 league matches, his side had 28 points, but now they are on 60, and they've won their last 4 home games. They're unbeaten in 6 at Stamford Bridge, scoring 22 goals, conceding only 7, and they've kept a clean sheet in their last 3, scoring 13 goals. These stats, Tom, don't bode well, do they?
No, they're not ideal.
But
I remember we've been at the Bridge and not been in a good place and won comfortably as well. We've been there. I remember going there, I think it was a Wednesday night, and winning 3-0. Ake scored, love that. We've won there 1-0 with Glenn Murray in our first ever Premier League season.
And what was the other win? Who was the scorer?
COVID season, wasn't it? Dan Gosling. 1-0.
Yeah, was that COVID season?
I think it was.
Yeah, it might have been.
It might have been that season. But it was VAR, wasn't it? And it went over the line. And we've obviously beaten them at home as well. So considering they're one of the big boys, they're the team that we tend to beat the most out of the big boys. But equally, we've had some ones where they're just far too good for us. So you never know. But they have definitely turned a corner, mate. For a while now, it feels like they turned a corner. It almost feels like the pressure was on at the start of the season, and they're a young group that can cope with it. And then when everyone's gone, they've had a bad season, they've just kind of played with a bit less fear. And I'm hoping that now they go, actually, there's a bit of pressure on you now. We put you on the telly because you're the team that can get Europe now, and hopefully they'll feel that a little bit. But they've got some quality players. And
certain players have flourished, not least Cole Palmer, who's he's the player on everyone's lips at the moment. Yeah,
he's been sensational. If it weren't for some world-class talent in Arsenal and City's team, I think he's probably the player of the season. One of the signings of the season for sure. You consider how much they got him for as well. He probably is the sign of the season. I get the kind of Rice shouts, but just because of the money they paid for him. Really good signing. And some of the ones that maybe didn't impress at the start are starting to show themselves. Even like Nicholas Jackson, who obviously we nearly got.
Yeah.
Yes, he might not have abundance of goals, but I think he's proven that he's a good player, leads the line well for him. And people like Gusto and that I didn't know much about are looking good. Petrovic in goal. So they're starting to come to the fore, mate. And they'll probably be a lot more optimistic going into next season.
Okay, let's check out their recent results then. We'll go, say, from the start of April, because this, I think, is where they start to turn. And it all started off with a harum-scarum match in the Premier League against the Red Devils, didn't it?
Yeah, I think these 3 games I'm going to say literally sums up Chelsea, right? So the Man United game, they were dead and buried, and they scored right at the end, didn't they, and won 4-3. Really good game. And then you think, right, Chelsea have turned a corner, and they draw at Sheffield United, which we have done as well, drew with Sheffield United, but Chelsea shouldn't be drawing with Sheffield United. So then you go, oh, God, of Chelsea, they haven't really turned a corner. And then I remember watching on Monday Night Football, them absolutely ripping Everton to shreds, 6-0. And then the City game in the FA Cup, they were the better team.
Yeah, they were.
Which was really impressive. They obviously lost it 1-0.
I mean, Nicholas Jackson was so wasteful. At that point, I was thinking that was a close shave that he failed his medical at us. And that's one thing that some Chelsea fans may not know, because he was nearly ours.
But they played really well in that game. So you think, right, Arsenal were going to have a game there. And Arsenal absolutely battered them 5-0. But then a good point of Villa. Comfortable against Tottenham, actually. I mean, they always beat Tottenham. And then hammered the Hammers. The Forest one was a really interesting game. I didn't watch it, I only watched the highlights, because that was when we were in here having a bit of a party. But that was a big win for them away from home. And then the Brighton game was really crucial. I thought that might be difficult for them, but really important win. Obviously, it only got tight at the end because they went down to 10 men. So it's been a little bit up and down in terms of some results, but I think on the whole they've played some tough teams in there and they've performed really well.
So what about our head-to-head record against Chelsea then? Well, at Stamford Bridge, Cherries have drawn none, won 3, lost 4. So that's not particularly great.
Bournemouth at
it's
Chelsea.
Not bad.
That's
in all
good.
competitions, we've won 5, drawn 2, lost 11 as well. We've had some phenomenal wins. I'll remember that 4-0 at home, which was phenomenal. All those goals were in the second half as well.
They were.
And we absolutely killed them. That was where Charlie Daniels, I think, scored the last one. But I think Jordan Ibe got the assist for that one.
Yeah, free
But
kick.
that shows how sort of long ago
Chris
we're
Matham's
talking.
debut.
It was Chris Matham's debut, yeah. He came on just before that 4th goal, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was in 2019. That's 5 years ago. That's mad, isn't it?
That was my favourite one, the 3-0.
Yeah.
But that was incredible. We weren't in an unbelievable place at that point. I mean, I know they weren't either. But to go, a bit like the season at Man United, you know, when you're Bournemouth, to go to a club like Chelsea away from home and win 3-0.
Who scored the first?
The first was that Callum?
Yeah, who scored the second?
Junior Stanislas.
Who scored the third?
Nathan Ake.
Well done.
I was
Right.
there.
Let's do some player links. And you may have just said one just there,
Yeah.
but look, we're going to do some player links. How many shall I give you?
Yeah, go on, give me a little test.
Look, I mean, I'll give you 5, but that is dead easy. But 5 players that have played. I mean, you'll just rattle these off really quickly.
So.
Go on then.
Dom Solanke. Nathan. I'm not going to do Nathan Ake because I mentioned him. That's not fair.
All right then.
So we'll go Dom Solanke.
Yeah.
We'll go Asmir Begovic.
Yeah.
We'll go Ryan Bertrand.
Niche, yeah.
How's it going? Mark Steen.
Oh my
That's a good
God,
shout
yeah,
as
good
well,
shout.
isn't it? I can't do Ake. I've got to think of another one now quickly. You always put me under pressure. Can you think of another one?
Yeah, Gavin Peacock.
Oh, fucking hell, I'm not that old.
All right, go on then. You can do another one, I'm sure.
Yeah, I should be able to. But I'm struggling. Should we let everyone else?
Yeah, go on.
Out? Oh, I've got one.
Go on.
Rest in peace. Named Christian Atsu.
Oh yeah,
We
good
got
shout.
him from Chelsea,
Yeah,
so that's a good shout. But yeah, I reckon there's quite a few if you go back and have a think about it.
Put them in the comments below. As many links as you can. Be really interested.
Gary Cahill.
There we go. They're starting to come out now. You can leave them with anything. Come on.
Well, I do. I'm going to keep trying as we go.
All right.
I'm just going to shout names out randomly.
Yeah.
If I
All
think
right
of
then.
them.
We've taken a look at the average positions for the last 4 games for Chelsea. Of course, we know played Spurs at home, West Ham also at home, Forest away, Brighton away, and they gained maximum points in those 4 games. We've got the average position showing on screen, and look, they seem to be very compact centrally with, not much width, I've got to say, but that could be because the wingers often change, which sometimes they do, but they are very compact. And look, they've got strength all over the pitch. They've got a good spine, haven't they? At one point, it felt like they weren't really coming together. But now it definitely feels like they have. Now, you've mentioned Cole Palmer. Sure. Are there any other names that stand out, like have to watch out for him?
Yeah, I think of late, Noni Madueke has really started playing well. I think they've kind of, because he was Palmer's position really, so you thought he's not going to get many minutes, and then they've moved Palmer kind of more into a 10, a bit more central, and Madueke's come on the wing, and it's good for England because he's a player that's coming through. I've watched him before for the under-21s and that, and he's really impressed. Yeah. And I was hoping he'd play. I thought, this could kill him a little bit if he doesn't play. Yeah. So he's someone that I think is a really good player, and he started to look good lately. And yeah, so he's one to watch. I think off that right side cutting in. Any of them attacking players are looking good. I think defensively, as I mentioned, I think Gusto's looked good lately. At right fullback as well, really bombs on. But they've got some good players, mate. And then when you have all these technical players and maybe younger players, you need a bit of bite in there that will just glue it all together. And I think Conor Gallagher does that quite well. So he's strong for him. So yeah, they look good in all positions. I actually think Petrovic's got on the radar. I think he's coming in quite well in goal as well. So yeah, still a good side, but I'm not convinced on any of the centre-half pairings they're having. So that's where I'm hoping that ex-Chelsea player Dom Solanke might be able to hurt them and get his 20th goal.
I thought of another name, Tom.
Go on.
Of a central defender who played for both clubs.
I'd say Cahill, don't I? Can you think of, is there another club you can think of he played for?
No, I don't know these things.
Was he good for us? Good for them?
Yeah, I think he was on loan with us.
You think quite a way back?
Yeah.
Michael Dewberry.
Yeah, back in the 90s.
Played for Leeds as well.
Yeah, he did.
Dewberry. That's a great shout.
What a shout.
That's a great shout.
Right, let's check out the Chelsea team news then. On the injury front, they have been missing Robert Sanchez, also Fofana, Fernandes, Lavia. Mudryk was injured against Brighton. Don't know whether he's going to be out. Reece James is definitely suspended as well.
He'd just come back. I felt for him, to be fair, and obviously we want him to get fit for England, really. But yeah, for us personally, I was kind of glad he'll be out. And like I say, just because it was a Wednesday game, I'm assuming we haven't heard for sure, but I'm assuming Mudryk wouldn't start the game anyway.
Yeah.
Just because it's a quick turnaround. But yeah, they've had a lot of injuries this season, Chelsea, but they have got a massive squad.
And also Chipwaka as well.
Yep. Yeah, he's been out for a bit.
There's a chance that he could be back, but not sure on that. But look, they got a few injuries.
Yeah.
So have we. But it's slowly getting better.
Yes. A bit late.
So Sinistera is going to be out.
Yep.
Kirkes
He's back.
is back.
He is.
Is back. He should be. Romain Favre, we don't know what's happening with him. It's a little bit random, isn't it? Chris Mepham,
Never know.
we don't know as well. And of course, Ryan Fredericks.
Got a feeling Ryan Fredericks won't be involved. Just got a feeling. He's not going to be, but, you know, who knows?
I got a feeling.
Who
Right.
knows?
Do you want to know who the referee is?
Oh, mate, I've had enough of this crap. And if it's Donahue, I'm off. I'm gone. Who is it?
Anthony Taylor.
At least I've heard of it.
So, you know what? Anthony Taylor, I think he's refereed in global tournaments before. You know, he's the English,
yeah, he's the one that does Champions League.
You know, there've been some times where there is no like English Champions League involvement
or World Cups and stuff
in like the final, or like the World Cup in the World Cups when England get knocked out, and then we have these small wins because like, oh, you know, Anthony Taylor's ref. I remember when Paul Durkin was referee at
I think that great.
last. And Clattenburg was referee or something.
Paul in one tournament and he gave 3 yellow cards to a player or something ridiculous. There you go, laughing stock.
But Anthony Taylor, he last had us at home against Sheffield United.
Ugh. So the game that he gave us a penalty, he missed it. It's not his fault, but he did disallow a goal for us, I think. Slanky handball, it probably was.
Oh yeah, he did.
I can't remember it being too bad, to be fair.
So basically, we'd have won that game had it not been for you, Anthony.
Yeah, come on, just switch on. Just give us
Sort
something.
it out.
Yeah,
But look, they put him in charge of a game which is obviously being televised, as we said earlier, because there's a lot riding on it. Whereas last week, nothing riding on it. Put a guinea pig in.
Yeah, he was absolutely terrible. He can't ever. Oh, it was the worst I've seen. I feel like I've said that a few times though. But he was absolutely terrible.
Right, let's not do the teams then, shall we? Come on. Right, we got Chelsea first in a 4-2-3-1, and right, what are you going for this then, Tom?
Yeah, I'm going to obviously stick with Petrovic in goal for sure. He's done well. Gusto at right back is easier now that I know James is suspended, to be fair. I think they're going to stick with Chalobah and Badiashile. They've done that a few times now. And it's an interesting one because it'll probably be Thiago Silva's last game, so they could play him, but they might just bring him on, I think, because there's so much to play for. It can't be sentimental. And these two have been better for them. Cucurella, I think, will stick in at left back. Chilwell's only just coming back. Soicedo and Gallagher I expect to be the double, especially with Enzo Fernandez expected to be out. I think Madueke, as I mentioned, will play on the right and Palmer going inside. I think the change will be on the left. I think Sterling will come back in.
Sterling.
I know, exactly.
Done.
So Chelsea fans might not know. Come back, Sam, because I feel awkward on my own. Chelsea fans might not know.
He always bloody scores against us.
Yes, I think for a time anyway, he had the record of the player that scored the most goals against us.
Yeah.
I think he scored a hat-trick for City against us, for Liverpool against us. And the fact that Mudryk got that knock, I've got a feeling that they could play in Nkunku, but I just got a feeling they might give Sterling a go. If they look at the record, I mean, not as well. I'm not happy with him playing, but I think he might. And then I think Jackson will continue through the middle, mate.
Oh, that's fine.
I don't say that because he's 100% scoring, Jackson. But yeah,
he was wasteful in one of the games I saw.
He's wasteful all the time.
So wasteful.
He's a handful though. He's a good player.
He is a handful. Right, 4-2-3-1 for AFC Bournemouth. Then who are you going for?
Yeah, I can't see much changing, mate. To be honest, Travers will stay in goal. I'm sure of. Smithy at right back. I think Zabani and Senesi will play, and I think he'll continue with Kelly. I know we've got Kirkes back, but I think that's just a really good option to have off the bench. As much as he's rested, he hasn't been involved at all for 3 games, so I think Kirkes will be a good option off the bench. Cook Christie to continue in the middle. We've got Adams back, but I think it'd be a risk to start him, and similarly with Tavernier as well. So I think Semenyo will start on the right. I think Ouattara's done enough to stay in on the left, and it gives us options off the bench. Kluivert, he definitely prefers in the 10. Yeah. So I think he'll do that, and then Big Dom Solanke up front.
There you go. Right then, prediction time. We'll come to you shortly.
Yeah.
But firstly, I'll come to you, Tom. Last game of the season. It's going to be all right weather, 20 degrees. Will I wear shorts? Not sure. Either way, what's happening on the pitch? Come on.
I can't see us winning.
Maybe, but we could do Eddie Howe a favour. Newcastle fans are willing us to get a result in this.
I'd love to. You got a team that have got better footballers that are at home that desperately need to win, and we don't. And I think we'll go for it because of that. We saw that against Brentford. I think we're a better footballing team than Brentford. The league table shows that. But we just went for it because why not? And I do think we'll do that again. And I just think that in transitions, if you've got players like Madueke and Palmer, I think they'll hurt us. I do think we'll cause some problems. So I'm going to go for some, rather than the 0-0 at our place, I'm going to go for goals. I think it's going to be 3-2 Chelsea I'm going to go for.
Right. I'm going for, just hear me out.
There we go.
Actually, you don't have to hear me out. 2-0 Bournemouth. That's what?
2-0?
2-0.
Okay.
Look, this is going to get memed up and be put everywhere when I'm right.
Bloody hope so. I hope they tuck it into an El Marino on the way home
Eddie
after
Howe,
a clean
that
sheet.
one was for you.
They'll probably draw the Brentford, I think.
What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts? So you see, like if you're on your phone, just like scroll up a little bit, you'll see a comment box. Put your prediction in there, right? If you're correct, we'll put you in the hat for a roast dinner for 4 plus drink. A drink for everyone, not one between 4. That's weird. Yeah. That will be, that'll be the prize at the QP. We implore that you come to the QP on the date that we mentioned earlier, May the 25th, over Bank Holiday for some live music. And of course, they'll be showing the Euros here as well. It's going to be the place to be. And we're going to make sure we get down here, of course, and do some recordings as well.
Yeah.
Now, Tom, I need to just bring something up with you. You know, after the game, they did all the kind of player of the season votes and stuff.
Yeah.
Obviously, Zabani got one, which is superb. Dominic Solanke got one too. We also, with your help, had to shortlist 4 AFC Bournemouth players for the BBC's own AFC Bournemouth Player of the Season vote.
Yep.
Now, doing that was quite interesting because there were some shouts for Sonetti, for Semenyo, for Clivert, for Smith, etc. But we got our 4 players. And do you want to know how the current vote is going right now?
I assume that if other fans have looked at it, then Solanke will win quite comfortably. But I don't know, Christie might get closer.
Right, the current voting status, here it is on screen. Dom Solanke, 88% of the vote.
I think
there was Zabani.
Unfortunately, you're on obviously BBC Sport. There's going to be a lot of outside of Bournemouth fans who don't. If you're outside of Bournemouth, no one's saying Ryan Christie.
Let's just make these other players feel wanted a little bit at least. Bring them up to like 20% or something. He's flying away. Yeah. So look, there's a link in the description down below. Click it and then vote because it really helps. Because we want it to be.
I tell you what, if
88%.
Yeah, but Dom is class, isn't he? But yeah, I know. But listen, if that helps him stay, I tell you what, if Dom's like, you remember that? What was that? He wore like a little mask, didn't he, when he scored in the last game?
Yeah.
If he stays this season, if we start next season, he starts in the first Premier League game next season, that's tattooed on me. I don't care. That's on.
Dom, you hear that? Make sure you sign on the dotted line. Look, thank you so much for watching. We cannot wait to bring the matchday vlog to you. But before that will be fan cams. We're going up on the train for this one, Tom, aren't we?
Last day.
Having a couple of soft drinks, as ever, and then taking it all in. Just going to enjoy the day. So look, forgive us if the vlog is not out like first thing on Sunday.
Switch on. No hangovers, mate. Come on.
No, actually Monday morning. What about?
Oh, it's Sunday game, isn't it?
Yeah. And then, but we're going to be feeding content. We'll let you know our content plans over the summer.
I hate you when you do that, by the way.
What?
So much pressure on us. You do that content plan for it. Okay, that's really nice, isn't it? But
we're going to be getting some content.
I feel like I'm Chelsea trying to get Europe. There's pressure. I don't like it. I like the no fears.
And you know what? We'll have some England conversations, I'm absolutely certain as well. But
is Dom going to win us the Euro? Imagine that, though, by the way.
When's the squad got to be named, by the way?
I think it's next week. But you've got 2 friendlies, haven't you? So it's like a preliminary squad. I think they'll give him the friendlies and see how he gets on.
Hope so.
Yeah.
Other Cherries, thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one. We'll see you at Stamford Bridge. Come on,
the Cherries.
2-0. 2-0.
It's never going to be 2-0. My plan was to shout out a Chelsea player that played for us now, and I can't think of any more.
Cool.
I can't.
Oh, screw you.
Yeah. Cut.